Welcome to the Outsider Media Group where we talk battle rap from top tier, mid tier to lower tier. There's no biases here. And tonight, me and Caleb chop it up with Danja Zone. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's
Oh man,
happening?
what's all to say? Much love to Danger for coming through, chopping it up with us. You feel me?
Yeah, already, bro. Already, man.
All right, Dre. So you gonna get it popping? You want me to?
All right, you go ahead and get it popped. I'm probably echoing. Hold on, go ahead, do your thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we gonna talk about right now, man. Danger coming off of his URL return. You feel me? Kind of tried to put Mr. Raleigh Streetz in the ground. Yo, what was up with that, man? About to say, talk
Hey,
to us about that in the T-top situation. How was your feelings on that whole battle, yo?
man, they called me for the battle. Originally, me and R Streetz was supposed to battle at the last Survivor Series. Then the Born Legacy Supreme 2 thing came up. It was in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they ended up calling both of us they called us like on three-way. And they so I guess they wanted to show more love, to anybody that's battling that's like from North Carolina, from Raleigh. So with him being from Raleigh, I guess they was like, yo, it's only right we have him on the card. So they kind of moved that matchup to the Born Legacy Supreme 2 card, which turned out to be a better situation. The card, in my opinion, it was a better card. It was a better look. So, I was with it, even though it was like a few weeks earlier. So they took they took like 3 weeks or so off my prep time. You know what I'm saying? Because the Born Legacy Supreme 2 thing was like 3 weeks before the Survivor Series. So I was like, okay, I just gotta speed up my prep. But hell yeah, fuck it, I do it. You know what I'm saying? So we agreed to do it. And we got up there, man. Yeah. He was I mean, in his first round when he started going, he was cooking a little bit. Yeah, he had the crowd going, he was at home. So they were showing him that love and support. And fortunately, when he was rapping out, in my mind, I was like, I hope, he at the crib, but I'm hoping, okay, I hope they rock with me, even though I ain't from there. You know what I'm saying? So, and when they did, I started rapping. They was rocking with me. I actually had a little slip up in the first, but I was still able to, bounce back. A lot of people got me winning the battle 3-0. And and it was crazy, man. As far as that T-top situation, going into the third round, I didn't know what he was about to do. But when I seen him introducing him, I'm like, oh, he got a little gimmick. And then when he introduced, I was like, is T-top about to get out here and diss me? So like I was thinking all this in my mind, and I was like, man, let me go ahead and try to think of some rebuttals or something, just to whatever they about to do. I don't know what they about to do, but I'm like, let me try to think of some rebuttals. But then as it was unfolding, and because I didn't want to feed into it, because I saw a couple R Streetz battles before mine, and he's always doing something to try to distract somebody. So I was like, okay, he tried to do a gimmick. I'm just going to not even look over there. I'm not going to feed into it because I don't know what type of trick he got up his sleeve. So, but once I saw it unfolding, and then everybody was looking confused, he was looking confused. Then he called time on himself. I was like,
That was the birth of the meme right there.
Yeah. So then I was confused, but in my mind, I still was like, he could be trying to pull some type of crazy trick. So I was like, I'm not going to do nothing until Smack be like, okay, Danger, it's on you, and then I'm just going to rap. So it went on. The crowd was making noise. Then Smack was like, yo, Danger, it's on you. I'm like, wow, he really messed up for real. So then I just closed the casket in the third, man. But dope battle, dope situation. I'm glad I was able to. I was waiting on an opportunity to get back on URL. I had been talking back and forth with them for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And really, I was just waiting on my opportunity, and I got one. Got him up out of there, and so I hope we can move forward and do what we're supposed to do. I spoke to them recently, so I might be on a card coming up or something. We'll see what happens.
That would be dope as fuck. I mean, as far as the whole like Survivor Series thing, and I said this, like people said I was crazy. I was like, maybe Danger Zone, like at the first Survivor Series, I was like, maybe Danger Zone gonna be the surprise battle. I was like, because if you look, I was like, they got Prep on there, they got Ty Law on there, they got Ryder, Jack, and Twork. Missing it's like Reps the DMB is Danger. You feel me? I was like, so
So
he might be on there. Like I was really hoping for that, and then it was like Louisiana Chess.
so let me tell y'all, right? Since you brought up the first Survivor Series, they called me. They called me late though. They called me when the card was all they done did every matchup I guess they wanted to do. Then they called me. Which in my opinion, when they first called me, I already thought I was kinda insulted. You know what I'm saying? Like they was doing the event. And I mean, in Virginia, they know where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? It's like you didn't they called me like very dead last, you know what I'm saying? And
Damn.
so when he hit me up, he we was bouncing ideas off each other when he hit me up because even though I felt insulted at first, I didn't automatically say no. I was going to hear him out first and see what we was going to talk about. And he was talking to me, and he played with the idea of me being a surprise battle. They was like maybe especially since they was booking me late. Because I think when they was trying to book me, they already had flyers out. They already had the flyer out and all that. So I think they tried. That's how late they called to book me. So that's crazy in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, but he tried to entertain the idea like, okay, we could do it as a surprise battle. So you know who he called me? Oh man, you know who he called me to battle? I'm speaking on all this stuff. I'm speaking on all this stuff now because the first Survivor Series is over. Matter of fact, the second Survivor Series is over. So I'm just freely just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But then the name.
Jack
He
Boy.
said, "Nah, Jack Boy. I think wasn't Jack Boy already on the card? I think Jack Boy was already on the card.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. So not even.
Bro.
So he was like He was like, I ain't gonna make y'all guess too long. So he was like, yo, I want you versus Dot.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I was on the phone like, yo, wow.
That's that moment where you take the phone away from you and you just look at it for a second. You feel me? Like, hold up.
So
disrespectful right there.
So he was trying to explain his reasoning for it, and he was like, it might be crazy enough to work because Dot, he'd be reaching and he'd do all this, and you're considered like a guy that got this good pen game, and you rap, so intricate and all that. So if we put both of y'all in the ring against each other, it might be something crazy. Like we don't even know what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So that's how he was kind of, I guess, trying to sell it to me. I hear an echo in my voice.
Yeah, I know it's great. I was trying to, but all right. So, I mean, at least I'm glad that you got that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Had to kind of. I want to ask you this because I've done an interview so far with Chilla and Big Cannon, and I asked them the same question, right? So it seems like these lyrical type of dudes, like you, JC, Big Cannon, Chilla, like. Chilla comes back, he gets Prep. You know what I'm saying? Big Cannon comes back, he gets Holmes. You get R Streetz. JC gets Trez. And I mean, no shot to these dudes, but like these are like newer dudes that like really there's no business in y'all battling, in my opinion. Do you ever do you feel like insulted or what? How do you feel about that process? I guess.
I mean, I used to be frustrated and kind of pissed off. Cause they've been doing this for a minute. They be calling me just for scraps. For a while they was calling me like just for whatever type battles that really didn't do anything for my career. It wasn't necessary. They never came at me with like a crazy look as far as opponents. You know what I'm saying? So I was pissed for a while, but then it got to a point where I got so tired of it. I'm like, you know what? And then I noticed a lot of my fans and even my homies, a lot of them be like, yo, when you gonna be back on Smack? Like I was on smaller leagues, I was going all over the place and doing my thing. But everybody know, URL is the biggest league, so you always, as a battle rapper, you always gonna get that question like, yeah, but when you gonna be back on Smack? So I would tell everybody why, like what was happening, and it got to a point where it was like, screw it. A lot of the people that was talking to me, they just wanted to see me back on Smack after a while. They like, listen, man, shoot, just do it. You know what I'm saying? I had accomplished everything outside of Smack that I wanted to do anyway. Because a few years back, they offered me a contract, but it ended up not going through. Like I ended up not signing it because there was a lot of things on the contract that was unclear to me. And when I was asking questions, I really wasn't getting answers. I really wasn't getting shown like a sense of urgency. You know what I'm saying? On working out the best deal for me. You know what I'm saying? So it just ended up not going down. But after that, people was, and that's probably kind of even more so why they stopped even trying to work with me on a certain level. But when but I got frustrated and did everything that I wanted to do outside of Smack. But then it was like, you know what, man, they're gonna try to give me some little niggas or whatever. All right, bet I'll smoke them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna take out my frustration on every person that they try to offer me, until and hopes that if I smoke a few people, maybe I can start getting those opponents, getting those events, getting those looks that people have been waiting to see me on. You know what I'm saying? So R Streetz was the first. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see, what happens on the next go round. If I could, 30 that person.
Yeah.
And maybe even if I gotta go through a third person, like 2 or 3 people, I feel like if I smoke 2 or 3 people in a row, it's time. It's like, okay, like after that, it's like, yo, you gotta call me for something for real now. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that process frustrates me. But URL is branding who they branding, they pushing who they pushing, and they're gonna do what's best for URL. You know what I'm saying? And what's best for the people that they want to mess with. The Mike P's. Shout out to JC. Even when JC came back, he smoked a couple. I think a small name or two. But now look at him now. Now they're putting him on the big cards now. And he's getting big opponents. So I'm gonna try to follow this JC road and see if they'll do that with me. You know what I mean? So we'll see what's up with that. But it's crazy though. It's crazy.
All right. So after the Twork, would you got anything lined up after the Twork battle?
Just nothing locked in officially. URL called me again for something else. But until it's until it's locked in, it ain't locked in as far as I'm concerned, because people could spin you around all, you know what I mean? So we'll see what's up. But if everything goes right after the Twork battle, you should see me again real soon. Probably on that URL platform, and that should be next, real soon after the Twork battle.
That's definitely gonna be dope as fuck. Let's talk about the Twork battle real quick, man. I'm about to say it's a judge battle. It's for money. A lot of people right now are kind of like propagating the angle that like you are the underdog here. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about this battle? Like, are you excited or what?
Twork is a hot dude in the battle rap game right now. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those hot newer guys on URL. He's like on damn near every card. Probably in the past year or so, he's been on almost every URL card damn near. So he's buzzing. You know what I'm saying? I see celebrities tweeting about him. I see, I see a lot going on now. Obviously, the ideal situation for me would to be battle Twork 3 rounds on URL, where it would be most beneficial. But this guy, he's in a new league. He definitely has some money in his pocket, and I think he's a fan of the battle rap world, and I think he wanted to do something and be known as the guy to put, because it's going to be in Toledo, Ohio. I believe that's where the guy's from that's throwing the event, and he wanted to put on for his city. He wanted to bring some guys out. He wanted, because he's spending money. He got champion covering the battle. He's trying to make it as high profile as possible, which I can appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Which I like. You know what I'm saying? Me and Twork going battle on this small league, and so yeah, I was excited because Twork, even though we're battling on a small league, Twork is a known opponent. It's not like I'm going in there battling whoever, a guy I never heard of. It could be a really dope.
Yeah, I
To
mean,
answer your question, yeah.
I don't expect. I expect it to be a pretty good battle. You know what I'm saying? I know Twork's been taking a lot of battles here lately, but I mean, people just forget, man. Like Danja Zone was Battle of the Year just a couple years ago, man. Like, and it's how quickly they forget. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we in a time now, man, where stuff happens. Like stuff is constantly happening on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be hot, and then people could say you fell off or you going downhill or whatever the case may be. Whereas with me, I wasn't receiving the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't nobody was trying. I felt like I was being boxed out. I felt like URL wasn't trying to book me. I hadn't done a King of the Dot battle since 2015.
yeah,
So like the major platforms. I mean, shout out to RBE. RBE booked me. At least for that Big Cannon battle I did late last year. But it seemed like a lot of people wasn't. The only thing I could do for a while was battle on smaller leagues. So that's why my name, people know who I am, and then, I still be doing my thing, but it wasn't up there at the top with a lot of the other guys who was getting these opportunities, you know what I'm saying, on the major platforms.
Yeah.
Against worthy opponents. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I mean that's one of I want to touch on a couple more of your battles real quick before we move on to the next topic. But I did get a chance to interview Big and I talked to him about y'all's battle. I want to get your side of the story now. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, I know that's
Hey, you chopping up some,
on Black Crime. What did you say?
You got the robot voice.
Yeah, he doing his computer love, Danger.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what happened there, but as I was saying, so yeah, Big Cannon, Danja Zone and Big Cannon, man. I want to get your side of the story. I know it's like probably the last we'll technically see of block on block crime. Like, how'd you feel about the battle, man?
So me and Big Cannon, that was an interesting battle, man. And if I could first of all, I want to be honest and say I prepared late for that battle. I prepared very late. I didn't finish preparing for him that week. Like I think I was preparing for him the same week of the battle. I think, and I did that for a lot of battles actually. I'm not necessarily proud of that because I really want to give people the best show I could give them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think overall I still turned out with pretty dope material that I came up with for him. But I think the battle was dope. I feel like I edged the battle overall as far as the win. But it was a cool battle. Like most block on block battles, I enjoyed most of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it was fun. It was competitive. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like it was overall just dope with most of those block on block battles, man.
I mean, I know that like you did kind of like get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? You had the rebuttals for him. I mean, that was definitely impressive. And then that you had that little bit of tension, man. Talk about that. Like, where you did you expect something to pop off? You know what I'm saying, or what?
So that third round, well, first to touch on the rebuttals was crazy. I don't even know how or why or what I was doing with those rebuttals. I don't even know how I did that. I just did it though. And it just turned out to work in my favor with those rebuttals. The people was loving it. As far as the third round with the tension, so when you're battling on stage, the energy is already high. It's already like you got two dudes being aggressive. you know, you all up in each other's face. So it's already kind of somewhat of a tension type of thing. It's like, because it's the energy is so high, your adrenaline is going. But as far as when it got into the part where it was seeming like a real issue, I was rapping and then I was about to go into my little angle pops. And you know, he had lost his pops not that long ago. So it was understandable his reaction because of where he thought I might go, just because I even mentioned his pops. So, but he didn't know what I was gonna say. But he, you know, he assumed like I might disrespect his dead pops or something. So he said something like "watch your mouth" or "watch what you about to say" or something like that. And I really didn't. I mean, I forgot because that was like late last year. I forgot, and I haven't even watched that battle in a minute. I forgot if I immediately got pissed off when he said that, or if I kind of gave him a chance, like, "Yo, hold up, listen to what I'm about to say," and then he said it again, and then I probably eventually got pissed off. I forgot if I immediately got pissed off or gave him a second, but I just didn't take kindly to being threatened. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rapping, we battling and all that. We supposed to be here to rap, but it just, you know, it just seemed like he was threatening me. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't like that at all. So that's when I started responding the way I was responding. You know what I'm saying? But and at the end of the day, I would never want to really fight Big Cannon for real. I just would have if that's what it came to. You know what I'm saying? Because I really rock with Big Cannon. I done hung out with Big Cannon. We done kicked it like several times out of town. He done been to my brother's crib. You know what I'm saying? We done, you know, we done did so much, you know what I'm saying, together as friends, and everything was cool. So I would never actually really want to fight him. It just in the heat of that moment. It's just
Yeah.
if that would have came down to, we would have fought. You know what I'm saying? And even after we fought, I probably wouldn't have hated him. You know what I'm saying? It just would have been a thing where we fought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, and pretty much I actually, once ARP kind of calmed, because ARP was like, yo, just rap. You know, don't feed into the negative energy. You know, ARP in the heat of the moment, he was like, just rap, just finish your round, rap. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just finish my rap. And then that's when I was going into my shit, and I finished it off, and he saw what type of angle I took. You know what I'm saying? And it ended up being cool after that. You know, once he saw that I wasn't disrespecting his pops. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what happened, man, in the heat of the moment and how it went down.
I mean, but it's still that was that a lot of people view that as a classic battle. You feel me? So that was definitely a dope battle. Now, the last battle I want to touch on, man. Last year, you had the I guess the privilege of getting a serious Charlie Clips on Black Ice, man. How did you feel about that battle?
Okay, so John Doe, you know, as most people know, you know, he runs Cartel. He's the camera guy. Well, he runs Cartel, but he's the guy holding the camera as well. Him and his sister, you know, it's Black Eyes. She hosts. She's the one who's always hosting, standing in the middle, hosting the battle. John Doe, if I remember correctly, he set up me and Charlie Clips a long time ago, before we actually battled. We had like 2, maybe even 3 different dates before we actually got it done. Now the dates ended up changing so much because Charlie Clips had wilding out. He had other things going on. So for you know, everybody had to find the right schedule to get it done. And I think in between that time of the dates changing, I think he still was jotting down. I think he still had little stuff in the clutch here and there. So he actually had he had the chance to actually prepare for me longer than your average battler would, because it was like 6 months or longer in the making because we kept changing dates. So that's so I want to say I'm glad. Shout out to Charlie Clips. He's a good dude. You know, when I first was really getting tuned into battle rap, before I even got in battle rap myself, Charlie Clips was my favorite battler. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to him. But as far as the actual battle, it was a dope battle. I remember being on stage. I wanted to win the coin toss. I feel like when you're in a battle where I feel like 2 guys are like equally skilled, I feel like Charlie Clips and I are equally skilled in different ways. Like I feel like if me and him battled 5 different times, I don't think the same person would be the winner. I think we would swap out winners. You know what I'm saying? If we battle 5 times, you know what I mean? I think they will. If we took each one of those battles seriously, I think they would be close as hell. You know, like every time. You know what I'm saying? But that particular battle, he won the coin toss, and which surprised me too when he had me go first. Usually Charlie Clips don't care. Usually Charlie Clips will go first. He'll jump out there. You know what I'm saying? He'll just start rapping or do whatever Charlie Clips do. You know what I'm saying? But so it was funny to me when he chose for me to go first. I'm like, oh, all right, okay, cool. But I felt that battle was dope. I think the numbers as far as the views are dope. I mean, obviously Charlie Clips is a star, so they was going to do some type of views anyway. But I felt like that was a dope battle. I felt like I guess maybe I had a lot of technical material as I tend to do sometimes. Because some of the stuff didn't go over the way I wanted it to. I think I went over heads a few times throughout that battle. But I think my material overall was better. I think Clips is a better performer. He's a better showman. His showmanship can be better than mine. So I just think I won in certain categories, and I think he won in certain categories of the battle. But yeah, overall, I felt it was a dope battle. I thought we did our thing and entertained the people. I think the people was loving it. I think they tried to kill me online, though. I think a lot of people are giving it to Clips as far as the win, which is cool. It is what it is. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. I could see how somebody could say it, so I can't be mad. But I do disagree, even aside from the fact that I'm Danja Zone and I'm talking about myself in the battle. But yeah, I felt like my material was a little better than his. And then like some of the material, I don't know if you remember a lot of stuff in that battle, but he was like, especially in the first round, he was flipping Levon. Matter of fact, he was flipping Vaughn.
Yeah, he was. That was crazy.
My name is Devin Levon Carter. True, yes. But I felt it was kind of a reach and kind of weird to flip Vaughn.
Vaughn, yeah. Even Chilla made a point about that in the battle. He was like, if that works, he was like, y'all shouldn't be mad if I call him Char. Like
like that, and that goes into why I feel like I won that battle. It's like, because Charlie Clips can sell you anything. He can sell it to you. Exactly. And that's why I was sitting there. I was looking at the audience. I'm looking at the fans. I was looking at some of the comments online, and I'm like, he could sell it, man, because he really sold it, and they're buying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that whole segment, in my opinion, was bullshit. It's like that was BS, man. For real, are you serious? But it was like, all right, man. I guess if they sold it, I guess you did what you was trying to do anyway. But yeah,
that's a fact. But all right, so. Let's move on to that. So who's on your hit list right now, man? Who's got to see you before you hang it up? Like, who are you trying to kill?
If it was up to me, man, I would only want to battle people that I feel like I could potentially lose to. Even if I was getting crazy with them, because I feel like we equally skilled, and just to throw some names out there, Old Red, you know what I'm saying? If somebody called me for Old Red, I feel like that could be crazy. K Shine, I feel like is a battle that should have happened or should happen. You know what I mean? Because I met K Shine. He's a cool dude. He's real competitive though. You know what I'm saying? He's real aggressive. He's real competitive, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, I like to match the animal that people think they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I be laid back a lot or whatever, but I'm competitive too, and I really pride myself as far as bar for bar, rap for rap. I feel like can't too many people match me or beat me. I feel like the only way people can beat me is if they sidestep me. You know what I'm saying? If they either angle me, if they angle me to death. Or have crazy, hilarious jokes, or something like that, or they try to, real nigga me to death, or they try to do certain things. But as far as bar for bar, rap for rap, let's sit here and see who can really rap better. I don't think too many people can really see me, if I could be completely honest. But Old Red, K-Shine, just to name a couple as far as who I would put on a hit list. People other than that, I don't think would even, at least with Old Red and K-Shine, I feel like those battles could actually happen under certain circumstances. But like other people I would like to battle, I don't think it would ever happen. I would love to battle Hollow. I don't think that would ever happen. Who else? I would love to battle Lux. That would never happen.
Yeah.
But I want to battle the monsters. I want to battle who's killers. That's what I want to do. Like these other guys can get up out of here. They really just in my way. They're in the way. I would battle Iron Solomon because that's one guy who I respect. That's one guy who I respect up and down. If we're talking pen game, being able to rap, clever, witty, intelligent. Like Iron Solomon is that. So I would be trying to So yeah, that's 3 names so far. But I can name names all day. But just killers, man. If I could just be, that was actually like 5 names, but 3 names that I think I could actually accomplish battling before it's all said and done.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be mad at any of those battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and there's the comment section. They want to unmute and ask some questions, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through and unmute some people and let them talk their shit. All right.
All right, that's a bet.
All right, so I'm about to say, who want to go first, man? Somebody unmute and ask you a question, man. Talk your shit. But well, actually, hold on, pause for a second before I do this. I did want to ask. So you like the battle. I always ask this for everyone who who battles. Other than like your battles, we like to take this opportunity to let you plug your merchandise, your music, whatever you do outside of battling. Do you have anything that you want to plug here?
Keep it tall with you, man. I really wish that I did do more in other arenas. Merchandise. I don't have currently right now. I don't have no merchandise. I have no merchandise to sell or promote. You know what I'm saying? I really do want to work on that. But lately I've been, because I mean, outside of battle rap, my personal life is very busy. I just want to say, honestly, a lot of battlers, these guys, a lot of them go 100% with this thing. Like, they don't have jobs. You know what I'm saying? They really be every day, they can rap, they can go to the studio, they be having mad free time to do what they do, do what they want to do. I'm not one of those people. I'm busy. I work. You know what I'm saying? I be at work. I be busy as shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I actually made time for this interview. I already went to work today. You know what I'm saying? But I made time for the interview because a few people hit me up. I got a couple things I got to do this week. Even the league owner wanted me to, do some stuff with him to promote the battle. So especially people that pay me, I want to give them that, give them that respect, that courtesy. I don't want to be one of these guys just take people's money, don't promote a battle, don't do this, don't do, how a lot of other guys do. But yeah, exactly. Man, I'm gonna keep it tall. I really do want to move forward with merchandising, even doing some music, man. But my schedule is just so crazy, man. To be completely honest with you,
I'm keeping it real, man. I think like a off with his fucking head T-shirt might do some numbers.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, if you know the plug, let me know, man. I need to get with a plug for merchandise. You know what I mean? That's part of it too. Resources, man. I know if I put it out there on Twitter or on all the social media, somebody will get back with me. But I definitely need to, link up with somebody, get some merchandise out there, man.
Yeah,
I think we got somebody for you, though.
That's a fact.
That'll be fire.
If we get that shit set up, you feel me? You as Dre always like to say, you a friend of the show, so we gonna definitely promote your shit as soon as it come out. You feel me? Just let us know, all right?
That's a bet.
But yeah, all right. So the homie Dave from the Exclusive Battle League, man, he gonna come through, and he wanted to ask a couple of his questions first. So Dave, where you at, man?
Yo, what up, Caleb? What up, Dre? What up, Danja Zone?
What's happening?
Good. All right, just a couple of questions, right quick. Who do you feel out of the DMV is the next up and coming? Like, who do you feel next up from out there?
The next up out of the DMV. Now when you let me think, out of the DMV. So when you ask that as far as up and coming, are you saying like what if they like are you saying somebody who ain't been on URL yet, or like just if they just considered a new person, or like would you? Because a couple DMV cats done touch URL now. That I noticed. And I'm trying to think of somebody that I really, as of right now, I think the best person I've seen, is probably Rada. As far as out of the newer guys, a lot. I mean, and just not just in the DMV area, but just in general, a lot of new guys that I have seen. I don't be too impressed if I could keep it 100. I think the talent pool and the level of skill has gone down over the years. I feel like it's easier to get on Smack now than it was before. Like before, URL was considered the elite. Like only the best of the best can touch that platform. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like it's more business and political now. If you sign a contract, you have to have some skill. You have to be able to rhyme words in some way. But overall, I feel like a lot. Like no disrespect, but it's a reason I 30'd R Streetz like that. Right. If it was really, I could have 30'd any of them, like a lot of new guys, the same way. I wasn't worried. Like preparing for R Streetz, I wasn't worried, that, this guy's going to out-rap me or this guy's going to, because I don't feel like those guys are on a certain skill level yet. A lot of people got potential. But right now, focus on DMV to, just to answer your question, I guess Rada might be the best out of what I've seen from the newer DMV guys. Shout out Henny Man, D out of Henny Man trying to do his thing. I see him doing his thing. I see a lot of people doing their thing. They're trying to show promise. They got potential. You know what I'm saying? People doing their thing. I can name names all day for real. Of people that's trying. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to ask you: is there anybody in the DMV that hasn't like hit a PG that you think people should be focusing on? Let them get some time.
It's some people. Now I don't know. For anybody that's been following me for like damn near my whole battle rap career, you would know. In my early battle rap career, I used to battle a lot in Baltimore, Maryland, and I used to battle at a league called Pit Fights Battle League. That's still up and running now. It's a dude I seen at Pit Fights. That's actually dope. He be doing his thing. I'm trying to remember the name he go by. I know his name on Facebook. The name he go on Facebook, but that ain't his name on the back. It's like because his name is like God damn, I'm mad I can't remember. It's like Nikki No Flexing or something on Facebook, and I'm mad I can't remember his name. And actually, if you guys, I don't know if you saw when somebody put a video together where they said Twork was stealing bars.
Yeah.
Like, he was one of the guys on the video with the Johnny Bravo and his arms was swinging.
Oh yeah,
that's
with the monk shit.
Yeah, that dude is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, he could get somewhere. He hasn't touched that platform yet. Shout out to the dude J Law. There's a dude named J Law from Baltimore. That's dope. He hasn't touched the URL platform, but like I said, I can name a couple of names that I fuck with all day. Even the dude, it's a dude named Murder coming out of Baltimore. He technically did do a URL, just it didn't drop. It never came out when he did his URL battle. But yeah, it's a couple guys that's doing their thing.
All right. Another question, right quick. Who would if you could get on Double Impact 3, who would you want to be on Double Impact 3 as your 2-on-2 partner, and who would you want to battle? Who would you want to battle against?
Okay, so, and I think I'm gonna surprise y'all with this answer too. I did an interview right after I battled R Streetz, and the guy that interviewed me, he said, "Bruh, I just want to say this one thing, bro. If you did a 2-on-2, he's like, you know who I want you to do a 2-on-2 with? He said, "Bro, I want your partner to be Swave Sever, and I think y'all could do like something very crazy." And I was surprised because that was left field because I'm like, "Damn, Swave Sever." But people don't know that me and Swave is real cool. I talk to him. I communicate with him probably nearly almost every day, believe it or not.
Right.
But I think, yeah, I would want to work with Swave to see what type of mix we could come up with. That would be crazy. Either him or I think secretly me and Averb could do something crazy together. But as far that, but that's just on some imaginary whatever. Really, I've already done a 2-on-2 with Chilla before in London. We were just kind of playing around with that. We prepared that same day and did that. But like no bullshit,
I
man.
remember watching that too. You feel me? Y'all had a whole thing about somebody else's boots, like.
And we was freestyling that part. We was literally freestyling that part. We just said we was going to do that. We was like, yo, no, because at the beginning of the battle, when we was getting on stage and everybody was setting up, I tapped Chilla. I was like, yo, look at dude's boots, yo. And he looked at him. I was like, you see them shits? And I was like, yo. And then we was like, yo, we going to do a boot joint. And we just kind of worked it out.
Danja Zone, man. About to say, we at the Outside of Media Group, man. We got to call shit like it is. Danja Zone doing a boot angle, yo. Hold up, dog.
But you know what? And what made it so funny, because I already knew, because I knew I was the guy that, people made fun. And actually, that was right after, I think. Hold on, was that? That was after I battled Big T, which Big T brought it back. He brought up a boot, and he was holding it in the air when me and Big T battled. So that's where we got the whole scheme from in the first place. So that's why I was like, yo, we're going to do it like that. So because Big T was battling me, he was like, you could do something in those boots. You could do this, and this in those boots. So that's why. So that's why we did it like that in the London joint, but we were just kind of freestyling with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why we started to make it so fun.
I'm sorry to overtake you real quick, Dave, but I gotta ask about that, man. How do you feel the Goods and Big T people give them wins off of just the fact of what you had on your feet, yo? Talk to does the boot thing bother you at this point or what?
I feel like it's old, to be honest with you. At this point, I feel like it's kind of played out. But that's just my personal opinion. I learned a lesson. Because even when I got caught with the boots in the first place, I hadn't been on URL that long. I wasn't even used to being in the public eye on that certain level, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up, because I don't even know y'all know how the boots thing came about, the very beginning of it. It came from, for those who don't know, I went to a URL event. I wasn't battling at the event. I was just at the crib oh, URL got an event. I think they had an event in Delaware or something, which is close to where I live here in Maryland. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go to the URL event in Delaware, just roll up, whatever. And I threw on anything, which was retarded on my end, and clearly I had to pay for that and learn my lesson on that. But yeah, I just threw on anything because I wasn't used to having to worry about branding and image. So I threw on anything I was gonna go down the street. If you know how sometimes you unless you go into the club or unless you go into somewhere where stunting. Yeah, you're if you go up the street to your homie's crib, you don't give a damn. You just throw on anything. So I was this wasn't no Summer Madness. This was a small Delaware event. I'm there's a bunch of new guys. I think Press Mafia, Adi Boom. This was that class when they debuted. Ty Law, Danny Myers. This was when that's the event I went to. So I went up there. And I was I'm not about to be on camera or nothing. Yo, why Beasley and all them yo, Danja, okay, you was in the class before these people. Why don't you play the role of big bro and all that and host? So they had me up there and I had to host a couple of the battles. So they caught me on camera and somebody took a picture of me and posted me on Facebook online. And that was the beginning of the end right there. And that's when the whole... Because they zoomed in on my boots. They're like, yo, what do you have for? And I think I got my soul sent online for probably at least a week straight. I think that that post had like thousands of comments. Like, it was crazy. I was pissed too. Like, I was mad. But yeah, the boots thing, that was just a lesson I had to learn. Even in the goods battle, you know, he ran with it. At the time, Nunu Nails, I think, was giving him info because she had inboxed me. And she like, and what at the time the unbiased group in Facebook was popping, and like it was a lot going on with that. But yeah, I had to learn my lesson, man. And even battling goods in New York, I felt kind of played. I really, once again, I was inexperienced. I ain't have no coach or nobody in my ear to let me know what smart or good moves to make. You know what I'm saying? I just came from, in battle rap, what it used to be about was you battle. Like, if somebody call you out, you battle. Like, you just show you the best. They think you the best and all that. So that's what type of mindset I had, not knowing that really in battle rap, especially in this YouTube era, you got to make smart moves. You can't just battle everybody just because. Like, you have to have you have to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with goods already had a plan. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at the fact that it's goods. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, goods? Because goods talked to me personally on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Goods talked to me on the phone, setting up that battle himself. He was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And me being an inexperienced beginner who used to look at goods on the Lion's Den and all the stuff, that's what I was focused on. So I completely walked into some bullshit. and then I was in New York by myself when I battled him. So when I hit him with that first punchline and got like little to no reaction, I was like, in my mind, I was like, yo, it's about to be a long night, yo. And I was like, and that's before he said a word. That's before he even said a single bar. In my mind, I knew it was gonna be a long night because I'm like, they not even fucking with me. I'm like, in my mind, I was like, let me just get through this round without choking, and that's just what it is. Cause I had to battle JC the very next day. By the way, I battled JC 3 rounds the next day after I battled goods. So I battled that. So I was on some real retarded shit. Like, how you take goods and JC in the same? Like, I would never do that now. You know what I'm saying? But actually, my showing against JC was good. I thought my material.
I remember that.
I thought my material for goods, at least for the most part, was good. But it just didn't land because goods got powers in New York, man. I didn't realize he at the crib. He beat me off the first 2 bars, according to crowd reaction. I walked in, some hoes was talking. They said you look like Cole from Martin. Like, and the whole crowd, like, I was like, yo, that's all he had to say for everybody to go wild. Yeah. And then for the rest of the time, I just had to listen to him for 5 minutes, just roast me, and for the crowd to laugh. And it was crazy. It was a crazy experience, a crazy lesson, man.
God,
I was just I was not moving really smart back then at all.
But no, go ahead, Dave. I didn't mean to like, you know, just
no, you know what? Because I'm not gonna lie, the question about the boots was in the back of my head, but I was like, I'm gonna just leave it alone for namesakes and everything. But no, it's cool.
Yeah, it's all good. It's fun. It's fun times now. I look back on it and laugh. Like I said, when it first happened, I was embarrassed. I was pissed. Really, and that boots thing was career threatening. Like after the boots thing, not only after the boots thing, then the goods battle followed up. You know what I'm saying? Like right after the goods battle, to mention Danja Zone, you couldn't mention Danja Zone to somebody without them laughing at you. Yeah. My name was a joke. Like when people hit Danja Zone, the dude with the boots, like people was laughing. I had to literally I had to murder. Yourself. Yes, I had to murder everything moving. Like every battle after that, for at least a year or so, I had to body shit. Like for niggas to be like, hold up, it's not so funny anymore. This guy's actually killing people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
hey, I'd like to just real quick say shout out to Lotta Zay, man, R.I.P. But anyway, that you never see anyone throw the towel in a battle other than that, man.
I don't feel like people give me my just due on a lot of levels, man. I made history. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can't take away, man. Like it's just like what you just mentioned. I never seen nobody beat somebody so bad that they throw a towel in. And Lotta Zay going into that battle, first of all, I was the underdog once again. Most people had Lotta Zay beating me going into that battle. They was like, "Yo, Danja nice, but Lotta Zay is a monster. Like, he not fucking with Lotta Zay." Like, I saw a lot of those comments leading up to the battle. I was just nodding my head, like, "Okay, I see what time it is." Like, people, I gotta wake people up. And even when I was writing my material, I thought we was gonna have a dog fight. That's why I prepared for Lotta Zay the way I did, and I respected him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew Lotta Zay was a monster. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he ain't about to embarrass me. He's not about to get crazy with me, and I'm not gonna get crazy back. Cause I've seen Lotta Zay, you know what I'm saying? We was on the UFF together. You know, me and Lotta Zay, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Lotta Zay get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh hell no. But yeah, so that's why I prepared for him the way I did, and it just was crazy, man. I remember leading up to about sparring with Newborn because Newborn was on the same card. I sparred with Newborn. We were sparring back and forth. And after my second round, Newborn didn't want to rap anymore. He didn't want to spar. He was like, I remember we was on the phone. I spit my second round and he was quiet for like a minute. He was like, whoa. When I let Chilla Jones hear it, Chilla was like, "Yo, your second round is like
retarded."
Yeah. So, but yeah. So going into the battle, I actually felt like my first was my weakest. So I was like, I got to try to sell this first. Actually, I'm sorry. I think I felt my third was my weakest, and I felt my second was my strongest, and my first like, okay, let me sell this first and see what's happening. And I thought my third might have been my weak because I was actually struggling after my first 2 rounds. I was struggling to write a third for Lotta Zay, but when I came up with the angle, I was like, okay, I got a little angle, and I put it the way I put it, and it ended up landing extra crazy. So matter of fact, all 3 rounds landed extra crazier than I could even imagine. So
I'm gonna have to rewatch that after we get off of here, man.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what I did. Even after the battle, I couldn't believe what I did. We was all sitting in the hotel room. I didn't see. After the battle, Lotta Zay left the room. Like he stayed in the venue, but he left the room. I think I was going to the bathroom or something, and I seen him in the corner. He was in the corner by himself. Like, and I went to talk to him because we were friends before the battle. I'm like, we were cool. Like he used to call me before and run his bars by me, like his rounds by me for whoever opponent he had at the time. So I considered us to be on a cool level. So when I seen him in the corner, I just went to talk to him for a second. I ain't know how he felt. Like, you know, it was just, I think he took it hard, as far as the loss. But it was just insane. I couldn't believe what I did, man. It took me a long time to really grasp what just happened. You know, I was at a loss for words.
That's a fact.
And after that, Lotta Zay don't really talk to me anymore. Ever since that battle.
God.
And I'm not. I mean, real shit. I'm not even trying to be funny, but dead ass. Lotta Zay did. I saw him in Atlanta like some months ago. So it's a few years have passed since the me and Lotta Zay battle. So, you know, he had some good energy with him. Like, he was like, yo, what's up? Okay, you know. So it was cool when I seen him a few months ago in Atlanta. But outside of that, bro, he ain't even talk to me like no more.
God bless, man. Battle rap ruining friendships since 2004.
Word, bro. Word.
Go ahead, Dave, yo.
All right, my final question before I dip out of here and stuff like that. So how would you feel about battling Chef Trez? If I'm not mistaken, Trez is the only person from Block that you haven't battled, right?
There was a few that I didn't get to battle. If you ask my honest opinion, I think I battled the best of the Block. Except for, I didn't battle Chilla Jones. But I battled Danny Myers, Rum Nitty, who was Block at the time. So I battled Danny Myers, Daylight, Rum Nitty, B Magic, JC. So those, and I'm probably missing one now Big still. Cannon. Big Cannon as well. And I might have battled one more, but let's just, even if it's just them 6, I consider them 6 outside of myself to be the best in the block. Like I said, outside of Chilla Jones. So as far as skill for skill, like, you know what I'm saying? So I battled over half the block. If you know, but the other guys I didn't battle, I don't feel like I necessarily missed out on anything. I felt like I battled the best. And I think most of those battles I probably either won, none of them clearly beat me out of battling the best out of the block. But as far as Chef Trez, would I battle him? Yeah, sure I would. If you know URL said, "Hey, we putting another guy in your way, and his name is Chef Trez," then that's just what it'll have to be. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I mean, I would battle him. Actually, at Born Legacy Supreme 2, some dude was at the bar after I battled R Streetz. He mentioned Chef Trez. He was like, "Yo, I want you to battle Chef Trez," and we was talking about it. And the guy was actually telling me why he feels I can't even beat Chef Trez. He feels like Chef Trez will beat me. So, you know, if that matchup should come up, you know, in reality, which I think it could, that's definitely a very possible matchup. You know what I'm saying? Then I guess we're going to see who was wrong at that bar when we were talking. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll battle him.
I honestly think you and Trez would be a fire battle, in my opinion. Like because both y'all, you know, both y'all like to rap and the whole be able to freestyle and rebuttals between the two of y'all. I think would make a great matchup.
Yeah, it'd probably be entertaining. Dope shit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm out. Salute to Danja Zone. Salute to Dre, Caleb. Y'all do y'all thing, y'all.
Hey yo, salute Dave, man. All right. Well, hey yo, Dre, you got anything else to ask the man? I mean, cause if not, I think we pretty good here, yo. I mean, we coming up close to the hour mark. It's definitely been a very there's a lot of insight we got from this interview, Danger. We definitely appreciate you coming chopping it up with the Outside of Media Group, yo.
Word, man. I'm glad. That's why I hope I wasn't rambling too much, but I definitely, with every question you guys asked me, man, I wanted to make sure that I covered, you know, all ground, so that by the time, you know, just so y'all wouldn't have, you know, any more questions. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure y'all, you know what I mean? And honestly, like I don't even do that many interviews. If I could, you know what I mean? You don't see too many Danja Zone just doing interviews every day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I definitely, but you know, and I know you can't be like that all the time. I don't like to be as accessible to certain, you know what I mean? Because I had to learn that lesson too, because these people online and all that, like, people get crazy online, you know what I'm saying? All that type. I be having to block people sometimes. So then when people get too crazy, that's when I had to kind of like take a step back, like, I can't be like, except because people just taking it too far. They're taking it for granted, you know, because I used to be straight up, like, I chop it up with anybody online, a fan or whoever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't do that too many interviews, but you know, Caleb inboxed me, you know, it was, and I just based off the message, it was like, seemed like a cool, you know, it was a cool, man, it was cool, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? That's a bet. I'll come through, show love, chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I mean, I hope that was, you know, the vibe that we got this whole interview. You feel me? We will definitely, after you kill some more shit, we definitely would love to have you back on the show. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt, man. Just holler at me, man. No doubt.
But yeah, all right. So we gonna go ahead and get out of here. Before we go, Danger, if I could you give a shout out real quick to the Outside Media Group, bro?
Yo, this your boy Danja Zone, man. Follow me on everything at Danja Zone 16, man. You tuned in to the Outside Media Group. They show mad love, man, already. Off with his head, where your bars at, man.
Hey, yo, salute to that man right there.
Already.